Right, and hopefully we should now be live. The audio problems should be fixed. Hello everyone, sorry for the delayed start. Hello Guillermo, I know Nerd Guy is here, Fallout is here, Dino Dude is here. Sorry about that, OBS decided to give me some audio problems. Evo had similar issues.
Issues yesterday as well.
Yeah, all seems there's been an update to OBS and it's just mucked everything up. Click the wrong one in the poll. Well, the poll is quite close, so I'm going to leave it to carry on. Also, advanced warning, although officially over COVID, I am still very chesty, I still have the cough, so my apologies in advance for any horrible noises. I'll do my best to try to keep them off the mic. And welcome to Not Biasin Valley. It seems that the thumbnail managed to confuse everyone. Even Evo herself was confused by my thumbnail. She thought I was in Biasin Valley. So either I've accidentally made a very good approximation, or which I thought was quite funny actually. So
that is Biasin Valley.
It doesn't look anything like Biasin Valley. Trust me.
To a blind person, it looks identical.
To a blind person, maybe. But this is the Oregon map, and all I've done is I'm going to do a challenge that Evo suggested off one of her videos, which is to turn the maps into island maps, and then challenge yourself to build a park within the confines of that island. So this is the island I've come up with. I've called it the Oregon Crater, because I've ringed it with this ridgeline, and I have put the Biasin facility in just because I like this as a building, and I think it would work quite well if we choose to do this as like a command building or something like that. And I just like the idea of it pumping water out into this lake here, maybe for power supply or something like that. So what we really need to do is decide what sort of park. How big is the map normally? Well, that's a difficult question to answer since I've got it on expanded maps. But one thing I would say is I had a look at what this map is like normally, and where I've put the water is pretty close to where the normal map boundary actually is. The only difference is that we're able to go right up to the waterline, whereas on the actual map you're not able to. This lake there's a ring of trees that kind of prevents you getting to this lake. So that's the real only bit that's extra here. Crater Lake is a massive volcano crater filled with rainwater. Hasn't had an island in the center. It's in Oregon. Perfect partner. Crater Lake. I like it. Well then. Fletcher, alright. Dane made it a three-way tie, but facility seems to be edging out. I'll leave it to go for a little bit longer while I just stick in the... Well, that's if I have a dinosaur production facility for a facility. Okay, we'll end the poll and we will make a facility, because I don't often make facility parks. It's just not something I do. So I'm going to build a facility. But we'll try to add some elements of other things to it. Now, do I add our own entrance to this? I think we do. I like the idea of having an entrance that's not the Biasin entrance. Where would it likely be? Quite like the idea of us trying to make like a mock port or something here. I don't know. Actually, how are the mountains? That is probably the best place. Okay, we'll have the entrance area down here. Yes, son.
Do you want a cup of tea?
No. A cup of tea in this heat? Are you mad?
You had one yesterday.
I know, but yeah, no.
You had one in this heat yesterday.
Not today, thank you.
Do you want anything?
No.
Okay, cool.
Right. I suppose if we could combine it into there. Okay, no. We'll stick it at this end because I feel like it's the most natural point. And I don't want to just have that there. I want it to be combined with a few other buildings, so it looks a bit more substantial. Let's see, what other buildings have we got going on here? Maybe the response facility as well. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, that works. Something I also have is I have my Alpine Paths mod installed, so I can show that off a bit. So we're starting this wonderful, simple hex tile pattern, I thought was quite nice. If we're making a facility, I suppose we're going to have to think about the behind-the-scenes areas quite a bit. So, and also what sort of dinosaurs we're going to have in the park. I want this facility bit to be sort of walled off from the rest of the park because that makes sense to me. So, let's have another building of some sort. I think the biasing control center is the one I think is the nicest out of all of them. So I think we're just going to go with that. And we'll have that basically looking over the wall that we put in a second. Let's just connect these up. And how far down the back should we go? Actually, we'll just use that as a straight path line to denote the edge of where the fencing is going to be here. And do the same here. Okay. Let's put in the fence. Give me a sec, my connection is being horrifically slow. Good old mountain internet. No worries, Neon. We know this is going to need to be... Right, that goes out into the park, so let's put in... I'm going to have it right against the fence. The path, even. We'll hide that end, and then we'll do the same over here. Okay, that's good. Connect. Thank you. Quite like the idea of this being maybe... So you've got those gates, we've got those other buildings, don't we? Where are they? The gatehouses and stuff like that. So maybe... Actually makes sense to have those... Bugger. Have those in here. Oh, that hot Oregon internet. That fits so brilliantly well there. I like that. try making an airport. That's very difficult to do, but what I would say is that I'm going to build this area up with plenty of behind the scenes bits and bobs to make it look like it's, you know, a bit of an airport here. And just create the prison. It's not a prison, it's a facility. Got floodlights. Security cameras. We'll have security cameras on this one. Just to keep an eye on things. What else do we have in here? I think maybe some living space for our guests. I like the bias-in staff centres as sort of living accommodation. I think they just look like what I would imagine living accommodation to look like, really. I actually think we'll extend this out a bit more, just so that we can have the living accommodation in its own little area, away from choppers and stuff. Bias in staff centers. I just think they look like the sort of small dormitory sort of buildings you'd get at like a university or something like that. Let's actually try and put these in relatively nicely. Maybe give them some smaller fence. So how's everyone else's Sundays been? I know that Nerd Guy has only just woken up, so how has everyone else's been today? Let's see. Let's create this whole bit first, and then we'll walk it in. This probably makes more sense. Let's give that a bit of a gap. Just enough a path or something like that. Okay, that's fine. Phoenix, my day is good. Been playing Halo and Planet Coaster. That's pretty chill. What? I mean restricted. I think 3 accommodations. I think that's fine. And maybe one more element of path there, and I want to kind of give them a sort of to look at, really. Switch to fencing. Probably heavy fencing is best. And same again down here. They have a reasonable view into whatever is going to be in this paddock over here. That's good. Have 450 hours on it. On Halo or Planet Coaster? Hello, Sunlight. Welcome to the stream. We'll do something decorative with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's fine. Put another, like, little viewing port here, I think. And maybe just, we'll turn this into some sort of seating area. Give them some wooden decking. And obviously the idea is that this would be all reclaimed wood from the surrounding forests and stuff that would be chopped down, so it's all environmentally friendly. It's none of it's being wasted. Let's see. It's good. Lovely. Do you have a little fountain? Any other fountains small enough to fit in here? Yes, they are. Ah. Yeah. What should we do for decoration with this? No, we'll come up with something for that. Hey, that'll do. Fine with that. Oh, blimey. Chat's gone mad. Planet Coaster. Put 250 on Halo Infinite and Master Chief Collection combined. Yeah, games like Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, Prehistoric Kingdom, they're all games that you really do have to sink a lot of time into if you want them to be brilliant. If you want to make something that looks absolutely outstanding, you do have to sink your time into them. Which is one of the distinct advantages that stuff like Jurassic World Evolution has over it. It's that you don't, to create something nice, you don't really have to sink lots of time into park building. I feel like this is calling out for another building in here. That's a bit big. Your viewing tower? Get a better look over the fence? Maybe, actually. Although it looks a bit... I want this to be just accommodation, really, so I just want it to look nice. So maybe we'll just turn this into another guest area, as it were. Here's a little trick for you if you are building guest areas. This, there are sort of two types of planter box. One is quite tall, and the other is quite short, so mix and match them together to just create something more interesting. Big is that fountain? That is way too big. I don't want huge. I don't want anything huge. Just want something. Yeah, no. No. We'll just leave that empty. We'll just make some sort of centerpiece. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Maybe just stick a couple in there after all. Yeah, that's nice. That's looking okay. Maybe a few. Oh no, just have something a bit smaller. Oh, that's way too big. Yeah, that's alright. I'm happy with that. Just fill in this path over here. See, I can't decorate for the life of me for some reason. Can you build coasters? Because most people are one or the other. A lot of people do seem to struggle on this game and others when it comes to just decorating park decorating areas. It seems to be the thing I see most people ask Evo for advice for. I mean, all I would say with when it comes to decoration is don't force it in. Try to think about realistically where stuff would go and then add it to that area. If you try to force decoration into absolutely every aspect of the park, you end up with a bit of a mess. So just think about it, really. That's all I would say. Like, there's nothing wrong with just having gaps. You don't have to put trees in absolutely every single area and stuff like that. That's a bit of a ridge line there. Need to flatten that out. Oops. Do we have something that looks like a bunker, like an underground entranceway? Maybe one of the emergency shelters. The bias in emergency shelter looks really good, but I want something that looks a little bit more hangar like, I think. That would work. Okay, that works. Stick a wall behind this. And stick a wall behind there. Why are you not straight? See, going to be a fuss spot. And we'll turn this into, oops, a little storage area. Doesn't matter if it's not 100% flat. Stick in some more trees here just to hide the obvious end. Right, decorations for facility. Let's see. Quite like the idea of us having a few cranes in here. Maybe some cages? No, not cage. There won't be cages at this area. Fuel tanks. No, fuel tanks will keep. Really, we need to keep near the choppers, I think. Let's have a few floodlights here, 'cause we need lighting. Some more. We are going to have to make that flat, aren't we? Oh, I don't normally build facilities, so I'm stretching my own imagination here. Oh. No, not rotate X. Rotate Y. That's what I wanted. Let's put a couple more in here. And we'll just change the heights of these. Yeah. It'd be almost impossible to make it look like it was carrying one. They don't really have all the bits and bobs in. Okay, so we've got a little supplies park here. I feel like I want this to be sort of for fuel. Sorry. Just sort of. Put this into the fuel dump. And maybe a couple of maybe a couple of crates here. Yeah, that's fine. Bum 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 bum. Okay, what else? We got this gap here. What else can we put in there? Let's see what other buildings do we really have. I think maybe it makes sense for there to be emergency van. Oh, hang on, we got some science buildings, don't we? Let's have a look. Yeah, and if we can combine that into that. Yeah, that goes. Okay, I'm happy with that. Just fill in any gaps with trees. Nice, I think that's a nice little facility entrance we have going on here. I'm going to change this to the... Ah, damn. You only get the bias in Jeeps with the bias in... thing. Okay, we'll switch it to this... keep it with the DFW then. That's annoying. Shouldn't there be like an extra... There we go. That's a shame, because I think the bias in Jeeps look the best, actually. Parking on hills is awkward. I wouldn't know, I don't drive. So... this needs to be like a proper gatehouse, though. We need a gate. Need 2 gates, really. First gate needs to be in there. And then we need a second gate. There you go. We'll stick a few trees in here just to make that look a little less... Oh no, we've got the security cameras there. So it doesn't make sense for us. We'll just stick some bushes in here. There you go. Right. So technically this is now in the park proper. Or in the facility proper. So I suppose, hello Riley, I suppose we need to decide what we're going to do with this facility. Are we going to have any particular theme to it? Is there any particular dinosaurs you want to focus on? What's going to be the theme for our facility? Maybe this is a beta site, or maybe this is after the events of Dominion, and with Grant and Ellie Sattler and everyone in charge of Biosyn now, this is like a second Biosyn site, a second Biosyn Valley, or a Biosyn Valley in America. Because obviously the problem with Biosyn Valley, a roundup and rescue site, yeah. The problem with Biosyn Valley in the film is that it's in Italy. Most of the dinosaurs are in America, so that seems to be a bit of a logistical nightmare. So what areas do we want in a facility? We want a veterinary area with quarantine pens, probably for dinosaurs that have been rescued. Phoenix will have no viability of war dinosaurs here, because that's a silly idea. We definitely need a veterinary area though, and maybe some sort of scientific area too. Where shall we have? So let's actually put in our hatchery. Where is our hatchery? It's under enclosures, isn't it? I feel like this needs to be somewhere reasonably close. Or part of the vet block. Okay, we'll make this the vet block down here. Sorry. Like I say, I'm still very much getting over the COVID. No, I don't like that. The veterinary area should be maybe far away. I don't know. We've got to have some open areas. So let's just put in hatchery, but we'll move dinosaurs around. And decide what we're going to do. So for the time being, I'm just going to stick a hatchery over there with a arrival point, and we'll decide no path to arrival point. Oh. Okay. Right, and we'll decide what dinosaurs to have in a sec. But yeah, we definitely need to have at least a couple of enclosures here. Maybe this will be one large enclosure. So I also want to try and get away from building too many straight lines in the park. So I have noticed I seem to have a tendency to do that. He says, well, building's perfectly straight lines there. This will be one enclosure here. And we'll have something else over here. They probably got a tax break from the Italians. An escape right next to the admin block would be bad. That is true. In fact, just for some added protection, Let's put in some invisible fencing. Actually, if we're going to make this one enclosure, we need to put in the wall, don't we? We'll have something fairly small and not particularly dangerous at this end of the park. I think that's fine. Oh, what did you do there? Oh, ugh. Bloody thing. I hate it when it does that. Just decides to randomly get itself build a random building. Sorry?
Do you have any sign? Or Lord Saber?
No.
I'm going to get the blocks.
Righto. Dane trying to offer me a Necronomicon there. Why am I having so much trouble today with building my fences? You. What I wanted to do was have some double layering going on here. Reiki. Yeah, the admin block it should be most heavily protected by. That's why it's got the invisible fence running around the any of the walls that are leading into the admin block. But the rest of the walls, I mean, we can leave them as they are, because it's not a problem if dinosaurs escape into this bit of the park. They just need to be kept away from the admin area. So what should our first dinosaur be? Something that's not too dangerous. Something that we can compete. No compies. I don't like compies. There will be no compies in this park. I hate them. Also, what is that bird that keeps calling? If any of you know about American bird life, what is that bird? Because it's so loud, and I have no idea what it could even be. It's me trying to get your attention. But Rosie, you are not a bird. Tree types. Tree. I'm gonna have to use Kai's mod, I think, to get some nicer trees in here. We could really do with... Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, we'll put up a couple of those around. Yeah, I like that. Have we got anything in orange? Kapok's quite nice. Do they interfere with the watchtower too much? Not really. Maybe we'll stick them down here just to soften this area a bit. Gallimimus says Riley. Maybe Gallimimus. Yeah, I don't see why not. Actually, we'll do Gallimimus. Right. We need lots of horsetails and such in the waterline. And then outside of the waterline we'll have some leafy plants. Put in some classic ginkgos. And stick in some more shrubs, if we can have some. Oh. That's nice. And some flowers down here. And then some very light sand. Stones. Just to make it like the dinosaurs have scavenged. Turn up the intensity just a bit. Some of these guys in there, I think. A dash of sand, just to... dash more. Oh, actually, let's stick a couple of these in. I like these big bushes. I think that's okay. I might just go all out with the sand here. I think that's okay. For our Gallimimus, right. Additional pays. Right, let me get on my database and find the... Do we want male and female skins, or do we want just one, or a few varieties of skin? Do we want there to be some sexual dimorphism? If this is post the events of Dominion. Do I even have best male and female skins for Gallia? I do. Let's go for male and female skins. Male only park, no girls allowed. No girls allowed. Okay. There's a good few nice skins here for the galley, I have to say. We'll have some. I think we'll have some dinosaurs where we do have female variety. I think because I just think it adds a little interest to the park. So for the Gallimimus, we will have some females. Okay, so we've got mangrove forest, Jared, Gambia River Basin, Green, or Yukon River, which is the black. So let's go with the Gambia River Basin combo. So that's Gambia and Calcorana for the male. And Limpopo River and Lithobates for the female. We'll have 2 males, and for each male we'll give them 3 females. It's a bit cramped, but it's a facility, so I don't really mind that. Should probably also think about amenities, really. Why would you just... I hate it when it does that. Right, there's our males, and let's get our females in. There we go. Star Trek proved we only need the men to lay eggs. I think that's the Orville you're talking about, nerd guy. Not Star Trek. I am not Enterprise without favorite. Oh, I see. Oh, right, that particular episode. Right, yes, now I'm with you. Although that was a rather special circumstance, no doubt. Let's maybe put a few decorative features down here. So these are our males. Green with this yellow striping and red on the heads. And these are our females. They're duller green. They still have the yellow stripes, but they have no red. Not bad. And we've got another enclosure over here. So, we need another... another small dinosaur type. Potentially a little carnivore of some description. Trudon certainly would work. Raptor is, I think, a bit hefty for this end of the park. Maybe a bit further in. But Herrera is certainly one that would be another possibility. I haven't used Troodon in the park, I think. I don't think I've used it at all yet. So we use Troodon. Yeah. If we're going to have Troodon in here, let's make it really, really forested. Really? I'm gonna have to manually put some trees in, I think, to make it look really properly forested. I wanted to be like that Prehistoric Planet episode. Whereas there's just so much vegetation around. That's better. Yeah, make it difficult to see them. Not impossible, just tricky. Carnivore feeder. Ah, hello, Neron. Since this is a potentially dangerous dinosaur, back up the invisible fencing with some fortifications. And we'll definitely stick in a security camera here. Actually, there was a smaller security camera station, wasn't there? Yeah. One there. One there. And we'll stick a bigger one in this end. And this end. There you go. So our carnivores are under watch. Good. Right, Troorodons. I'm doing okay, Neron. Trying to just shift this horrible COVID cough of mine. Troorodon. We will not have any female Troorodon. We'll just go with the one. Troorodon. Oh, there are too many good skins, apparently. I wasn't able to pick out some best ones, so... Let's have a look. Which ones have I given gold skins to? Black stripes with white outlines, orange, red, multiple ones. Dark grey, black, green spine, vivid green. Okay, so mangrove forest with Rana and lithobates with Chaplin Valley. And we'll have 6 in total. Oh. I'm gonna have to dump them all in the water because I've got no space to put them elsewhere. Okay. Next part of the park we'll have coming off here. I don't want it to be straight though, so let's just give it a nice curve. And then this large area here could just be one larger dinosaur exhibit. Need to figure out where to put the veterinary area. I think the vet blocker we can put over here. Just going to mark it out in snow. That'll be our vet area. Some wet biters. Oh god, it takes them so long to do this. Like, it's a good idea to allow us to release with helicopters from the hatchery, but it takes so bloody long for them to do it. You might as well just not do it that way. Let's... this a little thicker. Ah, you won't be able to talk, Isaac Clement. Okay. And we'll fill in the middle bit with the cheap path, which in this particular path mod of mine is a sort of a bark. It's supposed to look like leaf litter or chopped tree bark. So we'll stick it in here and then we can add some trees in along this. So it looks just looks like trees have been growing in between the path. Won't go too over the top in all of the areas. We can save some space for stones, rocks. That. Let's do the same over here, but have a couple in the middle. There's an adult joke to be found there. No. Don't be going not safe for work. As everyone knows, I'm a sweet, innocent child. More or less. Rosie, you are not allowed to say anything. And this last one will just do trees. Yeah, so we have a nice tree-lined avenue going through here. Ah, how are our Troodons getting along? There is one colour skin, one colour combination, which is this green with the black stripes. And then we have the second, which is basically a lighter green with black stripes as well. So actually, they look fairly... got a male and female thing going on here by accident. Oh well. That's fine. Maybe we should put in some amenities. Ah, yes. We won't get any guests until we have a viewing structure. I forgot about that. Let's then put in some viewing structures along here for our whatever big animal is going in here. Maybe hadrosaurs of some description? Let's actually have this sort of only start here. What time is it? An hour in already. Okay, that's okay, and we'll use this space here for something. Maybe amenities or something like that. Since we're going to have some more chunky animals here, we'll make it a double-line fence. Actually stick in a floodlight into that gap there. We need to cover the these areas. So stick a few rocks in there. Same with over here. Excellent. And double fencing. Ah. Okay. Just Troodon and Gallimimus so far, Neron. So, there's still quite a few possibilities for species to have in the park. I'm thinking maybe we should make this particular enclosure mix, so maybe I'm okay, Zippy. How are you doing today? We'll stick another flashlight in. Not flashlight. What's the word I'm looking for? Floodlight! Good. Well, let's actually connect this up. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, it's just deleted all those trees I put down. It's annoying. One in there. Floodlights are massive torches, so you're not wrong. No, I suppose you could say that. Can we connect that to there? Connect that to there. And then we'll stick in some wash path. Like so. What should we do down here? Stick in some. Let's replace those trees that got disappeared. Parasaurolophus and maybe Coretho. Yeah, actually, yeah, Parasaurolophus. If we use the Dominion skin patterns, would seem to be a good idea. So, well, this is one of the nicest looking facilities I've ever been to. But I suppose by facility, I mean, what we really mean with this is it's a scientific facility, yes, but there's probably going to be limited amounts of guests allowed as well. Lovely. Your employees' happiness matters too. Yes, it does. Yeah, this is a facility, Neron. This is our admin block over here with accommodation for our scientists. I quite like the idea that this is overlooking something over here. Need to think about that. We've got our double-gated entranceway with watchtowers keeping an eye on things. But yeah, I mean, it's a facility, but this is a facility that Ellie, Sattler and Grant and all the rest are in charge of. So it makes sense that it wouldn't be too horrible inside. Let's put in the back fence. Put in water. One clump of water over here. Okay. We make this. We paint this into rock. We can. Bird is so loud. Really doesn't work. Good. Also need to think about the fact that this is turning out to be quite flat, so I might want to think about starting to alter some of the terrain heights and stuff. I might make this lower than the surrounding part, because if we're going to have amenities in here, we'll make it lower than the rest so that this doesn't, its vision isn't impaired, perhaps. I need to think about having regular watchtowers in places too, just for security. In fact, let's put another watchtower we combine it with one of these buildings. I don't know, it kind of spoils the aesthetic I'm going for. See, we got space at this end, so we'll put one at this end. And we'll put another one at this end. There you go. Just to keep regular watch. Is that a hooper? A hoopo? Oh, it could be actually. I have heard of those. They are very loud as well. Right, Parasaurolophus and Coretho. Cannot remember the Dominion Parasaurolophus skins. I know we got the Lux ones, then there's... That's like the blue stripy one. That one I don't remember. We'll go with the blue stripy one. We'll have 5. We won't release them yet. We need to think about their environment here. Horsetails and stuff in the water. Put in a few rocks. Something I would say that people should also do with their parks is to not be afraid to mix up the types of rocks they put together. Like, just because you're not making a desert park doesn't mean you don't need to use the desert stones. Rock formations are never just one uniform colour, and it helps to just differentiate things a little bit. We'll go quite heavy on the leafy plants for this enclosure because they're hadrosaurs. Hadrosaurs do not eat woody branches. They would have preferred soft ferns and the likes. While they could chew, they weren't really designed for it. So we'll give them plenty of leafy trees and such. And flowers as well. Flowers came along during the Cretaceous period, which is where, you know, Parasaurolophus and Corytho come from. So it makes sense that flowers would probably be part of their diet as well. Just gonna make this a little rough ground. So it looks like the dinosaurs been walking along it. There we go. Good. Right, let's get the Parasaurolophus in. Or Parasaurolophus. Right, so we want this area of the park to be lower. So I'm just gonna do that now. Smooth out this end of the terrain. Let's put some flowers in here. Do those trees interfere? They do. We need to think about what to do with that. This will be for amenities, so amenities will fit in here reasonably well. Maybe we can put in some more low shrubs and stuff here. I wish this game layered things better. Right. Yes, these are the Dominion Parasaurolophus with the nice little blue stripes. How many are in there? Just the 5. That's good. And Corythosaurus. Right. I wonder if there was nectarivores, dinosaurs in the Cretaceous. Then again, not sure how you'd know that from the fossils unless you find that species. There's an interesting possibility, Neuron. I suppose it's possible that certain types of pterosaur were nectarivores. But it would also almost be impossible to know. Not to mention, there aren't that many species of really small, sort of hummingbird-sized pterosaur, apart from Agnorognathus, and that's Jurassic period, so... But I suppose it's a possibility that there was possibly dinosaurs that... pterosaurs that suck the nectar from flowers. Corythosaurus. Let's have a look at the good skins for Corytho. Okay. Got Sonoran Desert or Mangrove Forest. Mangrove Forest with Rana is apparently rather good, so we'll have 3 of those as well. I actually don't like how flat this paddock is, so I'm just going to add some... some low ground here. Just create some difference in height. That looks better. Good. Oh, this is fairly chilled. I wasn't sure how this park was or facility was gonna. Just gonna quickly save game. Wasn't sure how this was gonna turn out in the end, but so far I'm happy with how it's turning out. I think we'll also make this area considerably lower down as well. Ah, Mr. Owen Grady, you cannot speak. Thank God for that. I would be quite happy if I never watched a film with Chris Pratt in it ever again. I'm just don't like him anymore as an actor. Probably. But then, you know, I only watch the MCU stuff with you, Rosie, so I can deal with it if it's there. You just have to accept me scowling all the time. Let's put a bit of a tree line in here. You have an area that's low down. I suppose we should probably have... maybe we could put the veterinary block... Well, maybe the actual veterinary buildings high up, and then have the quarantine paddocks low down. I don't know. It is quite difficult thinking about fitting stuff in when you do limit yourself to basically an island in the map. Shoot, I'm scowling with you, Pratt sucks. Good. Where's our Corithos? Oh, there they are. Oh yeah, I think they go quite well with the paras, actually, with that colour combo. What time is it? We got 10 more minutes-ish. Let's maybe try and get the veterinary area done. See what it looks like if we build it above the park, basically. Is that too high? No, I don't think that's too high. And then maybe we have sort of quarantine paddocks down here that are like walled off, maybe? Yeah. Okay. So, what do we want our quarantine area to look like? Let's start with biasing building as the entrance. Sense for us to have one of those. What's going on here? There is a side gate there. I would imagine that the dinosaurs would leave that side gate after being in here. I kind of feel like we want to have they leave that, and they would go straight into there. Okay, so they get their initial treatment here, and then they'd go into here, which would be like a sort of a medical, another sort of a rest and recoup area. And then they would leave that. The angle of that's annoying. Kind of want it to go that way. And then they would walk through this building and exit here for entry into one of the quarantine pens back there. Let's put in the roads. Like that. We have like another storage area down here. Oh, that's a bit close. These poor trucks do need to be able to get in and out, don't they? That'll help. Allows them some room to get in and out. Want to put a gate in here? No, I don't think I will put a gate in there. We'll have this as just rough ground though. And maybe stick in some garages. Yeah. Actually, let's give each of these a little garage of their own. Just about fits in there. Maybe make this like series of workshops and such. This would be like a workshop where the vehicles get repairs. We've got some crates in here, spare crates for capturing dinosaurs and stuff. Let's give this one additional vehicle. So it looks screwed up. Quite like us to have a response building down here. And do the same thing over here, so have like a garage area off on the back here. Wall running along the back. Especially around where the veterinary building is. There we go. Give this one the range team. Good. What else? What else do we have here? We could just have like some accommodation down here maybe for the park vet, for the vets. Trying to make sure there's plenty of space for all the vehicles to get in and out. Yeah, you just have like a little bit of staff accommodation here. And let's give them these sorts of thing, because this could easily also be housing or accommodation. It looks pretty similar. Combine the two buildings. There you go. So the vets also have their own little apartments. Good. Why did you do that? make sure to make the rest of this look nice and pretty. Snow. Yeah, trees in here. Yeah, 29. We do have dinosaurs in the park. I just wanted to get the vet area done before I head off. Actually, it is 8 o'clock, and I haven't. We'll put in the quarantine bit next time. But I think so far we've got a fairly nice looking facility starting out here. With our nice accommodation for scientists. Our facility buildings and admin area with our storage site. Our gatehouse structure. And then we have our male and female Gallimimus. Our Troodons, who are in here somewhere. They're there. And our nice little mixed hadrosaur. So yeah, I think this is turning out all right so far. I think I'm going to carry on with this park in stream next week. I'm not going to be here over the weekend, so I will probably try to do a stream during the week, maybe on Tuesday and on Thursday, since I'm not going to be here over the weekend. So I want to make sure that there's some stuff for folks to watch. So I'll probably continue this. I want to try and get this basically done in the next 2 or 3 streams, since it's not an especially large park. So I want to try and just get it finished and done. The Masrani Park, the big Jurassic World thing I'm working on, I've kind of hit sort of like an artist's block with it. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with the rest of the park. So I've put that on standby for the moment until I have a better idea of what to do with it. Yeah, I think it looks alright so far. I want to thank everyone for joining in. I know we've been a bit low on content while we've been away with COVID. So I'll make sure that there is a new War Thunder video ready to go, with some quite funny bits in it actually. I just need to do the audio for that, which I'll probably do. I might do quickly after this, so I can just get it finished and ready to go for tomorrow. And like I said, there will at least be 2 streams from me next week on the Tuesday and Thursday. Saber will probably be well enough to stream on Wednesday, and Dane will definitely be able to stream on Friday, probably continuing his Stardew Valley. So there will be plenty of things coming out next week for everyone to watch. In the meantime, I want to thank everyone for joining me. If you are new here and you haven't yet liked or subscribed, please consider doing so as we try to get up to the magic 1,000 sub target. And in regards to the rest of you, thank you for joining in, and I'll see you next week. Take care everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.